Hello, in the following minutes I'm going to describe my for the commercial building elevators, and written in C# and Golang. So the logic is based on the calculating the distance that each elevator needs to travel to arrive to the elevator. In the ideal case, the elevator and the users are at the same floor and going same directions, so the distance to go is 0. And there are 8 other conditions depending on the user direction, elevator direction, and the relative position of the elevator and the user. Fortunately, we need only 2 formulas. There are 2 cases. In these 2 cases, the elevator is idle and the distance to go is the distance between the elevator and the user, or the elevator and the user has the same direction and the elevator has not yet arrived to the user. So again, we just measure the distance between the elevator and the user. In all other cases, the distance to go is the distance that the elevator needs to go to its final destination and then comes back to pick up the users. Having this in mind, I've developed my code in C#. You will see it on your right, and in Go, you'll see it in the left. So same structures. I've used the object-oriented programming for both. So in the C# I have the classes for the elevator, column, and battery, and inside the battery I have the methods for the main method, request elevator, assign elevator, to find the best elevator, and to move the elevators. And also I have more methods that I need to move the elevators. And then I initialize the elevators for 4 scenarios. And finally I called the first and second scenario in the C#. And I have the same structures in the Go. I have the struct for the call button, elevator, column, batteries. And then for the battery, I have the methods, the main methods. Here I have the constructor of the elevators, columns, and the batteries. For example, in the column, I'm creating the list of the floor list, elevator list, and then I have the methods which is related to the battery, and I'll call them to find the elevator and move the elevator. Then I have the scenarios. For each of the 4 scenarios, I've defined initialize the elevator position. And finally, I am running the 3rd and the 4th scenario in the Go. So I start with the C#. Here you see at the first scenario, we have the list of columns for each list of floors for each column, and we will see that the elevator, the users at the first floor, and once go to the 20, and the elevator 5 is from column 2 is supposed to be selected. So we have the list position of all the elevators. The elevator 5 is at 6th floor currently, going down to the 1st floor, and take the column 2, elevator 5. So the right elevator is picked, and the elevator is going from 6 to 1, then pick the person and goes to the 20. So let's try another one with the Go. Here, for example, at the scenario 4, we have the users at the basement 3, and once go to the 1st floor. The elevator 4 from column 1 is supposed to be selected. So the elevator 4 is currently at -6 and is going up to the 1st floor. So we will see here that the column 1, elevator 4, which is currently at -6, is selected. and it goes from -6 to -3, picks the person up and goes to the first floor. Thank you for your attention.